Hey mate, I just hit the go live quickly. Okay, but I can leave it. I can leave it to dot now and press start. Cool. I just want to see if my head's in the shot. I don't think you need. Cool. Saber. Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I've got one already.
Oh, you did also water? Milk? Oh, coffee? Sure. With milk? No, I'll get
No,
it for
just
you.
black.
Just black? Yeah, sure.
Thank you so much. You're the best. So how many texts are you going to expect from Peter?
Non-stop.
Huh?
Email after email
Has
after
he been
email.
starting
Yeah.
already?
Yeah. The day he left.
No, he looks retired.
Yeah.
Even now.
He just needs control freak. He just needs like everything.
Right.
You know, relax. Go on holiday. Chill. Yeah. It's alright. It's not too bad. It's nice and quiet around the office, not having him around. But
Probably less tension.
yeah, that's true. That's true. We still get the angry emails we sent and you're like, he's angry. But yeah, it's not too bad.
There's only 9, there should be 13.
Yeah, it's like, go door knocking.
Eight to sell.
What's that?
They're looking to get rid of 8 today.
So they reckon? Yeah. I think it's more like 7.
Well, it's told 8.
Maybe it's 8.
Oh, it's 8. You know what?
7 over these guys.
With you here, it'd be 9.
Yeah, but I'll sell 10 out of 9. Exactly. Imagine that.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll just knock a few imaginary ones down.
No, we'll just sell the granny flat for a separate title.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan. You get the tour.
Huh? Mate, everyone's got to do it, mate.
I don't know.
Huh?
Everyone needs to.
Good to get the appropriate area then, sort of slip up and.
I'm on the corner there.
Yeah, yeah. Do you want me to set up a couple of glasses for you?
No, it's fine.
Huh?
I'm here.
Yeah, because normally you have those all your ducks in a row. But now you're thinking, oh gosh, you've got to do it all. Just go. You've got 25 minutes. Don't procrastinate.
bids are going to be in excess of what bidders are hoping to get through this current market. Around white tables lads have effectively been event. That's why our competition is constantly to run these events and we're the only ones doing it. So don't be afraid, be the game changer, be different and achieve above reserve by saying that we're able to results in our events.
Let's just go out.
simple goal, and that's making sure that any buyer or any seller, any manufacturer has the best experience in the industry. You will not get the price on your home anywhere else. In front of our first group of dealing companies, homes being able to hammer and exposure that we're going to get in the marketplace is second to none. With the fast pace and adrenaline fueled bidding in the annual events, their bids are going to be coming hard and fast and see companies even in bids in excess of what be as high to pay for through this current market. Around what Taylor's Lanes, they're effectively in the event. That's why our competition really comes close to being able to run these events successfully, and we're the only ones doing it. So don't be afraid, be a game changer, be different, and achieve above reserve by selling through around what Taylor's Lanes in our events.
And he keeps telling people it's water.
How do I do that, mate? The intro, which one? Intro Oh, that's all right, no worries. So, yeah, nothing big to do anything. We're going to lock it in on my screen. Oh, gotcha, I understand. Cool. Oh, yeah, I've got it here. So I've got, well, I've got the paperwork in front of me and everything is on the money page. Esplanade, Full Bravo, yep, and then Devonport, Grandia, Hobart Way, Kinetic, and Garza. Yep. I checked that earlier, so nothing's been clear. Thank you very much, sir. Is that your office too, are you? Oh, that's right. Glad to get that one. Alright, well, you have a lovely afternoon. I'm afraid to come with all the Just means you're going to be
realize how whilst you've developed, I'm sure that everyone please you can not get this animal on your home anywhere else. You find like beautiful properties, homes between 7:30 and 21 minutes. Be different and achieve what deserve the same for radio tells us in our individuals. inside really as the best experience you will not get these amount of miles on your home anywhere else. We've done over 100 people bidding on properties, homes going under the hammer and exposing people to be in the marketplace in seconds. With a fast pace and adrenaline fueled bidding in the new events.
We're starting 3 minutes. Yeah. Well, the live feed kicks in literally 3 minutes, so. Get a streaming site. Sorry? But streaming starts in 3 minutes.
To run these events successfully, and we're the only ones doing it. So don't be afraid, don't be game changer, be different, and achieve a reserve for some of the road players in our events.
Hello. How's the volume? All good? Is it alright? Is it loud enough out the back, Laurie? Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the team at Great White Taylors Lakes Good evening and thank you very much for attending this in-room auction event. There's 9 properties which are going up for grabs. There's bucket loads of registered bidders. The market is well and truly back. Prices are rising. Yes, prices are rising. The conditions for buyers have become absolutely irresistible. Interest rates have been dropped again and again and again. Prices have declined rapidly over the last 1.5 years. And of course, over the last 30 to 60 days, we've seen an influx of buyers and bidders. We've seen prices rising, and so therefore, for those of you that are here to bid with an intention to purchase a specific property, you severely run the risk of bidding higher than you're going to bid tonight if you don't purchase. And you may purchase properties you don't even like as much for more money than what you bid tonight on your dream home. That is a fact. So bid with confidence. Do not flinch or second guess yourself if you're bidding beyond your upper echelon of the limit you've set yourself. Of course, only do that if you are able to afford it. You've been advised financially if you are able to pay that and the repayments that afford them. But do not flinch if it gets to that point, because circumstances have well and truly changed. Over the last 18 months, buyers were holding back, thinking to themselves, if I wait a week, if I wait a month, if I wait a quarter, if I wait a year, I'll be able to pick up similar properties for much cheaper. And you know what? You were correct, but now you're not. So bid with confidence. Tonight's auctions will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any additional conditions that were made available for inspection before the commencement of the auction. As the auctioneer, I'll be indicating bidders on request, and I have the right to place bids on behalf of the sellers, otherwise known as vendor bids, and if and when I choose to place those bids, we'll make it very clear by simply stating the words vendor bid. The rules prohibit false bids, prohibit major disruptions by bidders attempting to prevent others from bidding, and provide fines for such conduct. And last but not least, when properties are deemed sold, we will take absolutely no late bids or offers beyond that particular moment in time. Once again, on behalf of the team at Ray White Taylors Lakes, for those of you that are dealing with specific agents per property, we thank you very much. If you are here to bid, register at the door. Dare I say you've already done that, but if you forgot, pop your hands up and one of the team will register you and pass a bidding paddle to you as well. Now when bidding, please place your number, identify nice and high in the air so I'm able to see exactly who you are and where the bid has come from. I'd also like to point out at the back end of every single auction, if you're holding the highest bid and if my gut feel just a little bit suggests that one of the underbidders, your competition, would like to consider bidding further than what they planned when they drove here tonight, I will give them time to do so. To put that bluntly, if you're holding the highest bid and you think that I'm about to sell it to you, I may drag it out for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes if one of your competitors needs to make a phone call, if one of your competitors needs to consult their partner, if one of your competition needs to pull out their calculator, I will give them that moment to do so. As the highest bidder, I can promise you you'll more than likely become frustrated with me and want to throw a hard object at me. I'm just doing my job. The vendors pay us, of course, to achieve the best possible result for them. With all due respect, I'm not a buyer's agent. Engage in one if you like. Our job, of course, is to drag the auction out to ensure the best possible price. Did everyone hear that? Yes. So therefore, when someone does get angry at me, I'm going to refer back to the moment. Is that cool? Yes? Yes. There's no arguing against that one, George. No. Now we're going to kick things off with the first auction of the night. I'm not sure what George has done to my pages here, but we've got it right there. Is this all accurate and correct? The last one? Not a problem. We're going to kick things off with number 4, Alexander Close in Delhay. George has been the selling agent. It's over to you now. Before we kick off the bidding, let's have a look at the video.
For Alexander Close, Delhay. Feeling right at home in this delightful residence, nestled in a quiet pocket of Delhay, in close proximity to Parkland, Copperfield College, Water Garden Shopping Centre and train station. Step inside and be welcomed by the inviting entry hall, flowing into a formal lounge which continues through to the open-plan dining area with an adjoining chef's kitchen that boasts quality cooking appliances and ample covered space, all overlooking a large second family area. The home's flawless interior comprises of a further 3 good-sized bedrooms with built-in robes. The master, including a walk-in robe and ensuite. Step outside and enjoy the undercover entertainment area and spacious rear yard, including a large shed, perfect for storing cars, boats or trailers. Additional features include ducted heating, evaporative cooling, solar power system, water tanks, powered garden shed, and a double remote control garage with drive-through access.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Alexander Close in Delahaye. Once again, George is the selling agent. If you're here to buy, the vendors are offering you some flexibility with your deposit, anywhere between the 5 to 10% of the full purchase price. Settlement between 30 to 90 days. That's when the keys will be in your hands, ready for you to move in. Without further ado, it is over to you for your competition buyers who would like to get this auction underway with an opening bid and opening offer at any number that you like. Happy to kick it off anywhere. We know there's quite a few bidders registered for this property. I'll hand it over to you. I'll stand here as long as I need to. Well, maybe not as long as I need to. If this takes 5 or 10 minutes, I'll probably kick it off with the vendor. But if I'd like to avoid it, here is your chance to jump in front quickly. We know there's buyers here, any level. You pick a price and you'll be on top. Quickly through the middle, can I tempt you in? You're standing next to George, and that is a giveaway that you're interested. Correct?
Interested.
Interested. Would you like to purchase this property at the right price? You know what? Pick that price, take off 40 grand, start the auction there. What's that number?
I wouldn't like to say.
Was that a bid? Had a lot. Happy to start anywhere. And if you name that number, then I would know your price. I'll just add 40 grand. So why don't you deduct any number that you want then? You sure? 500,000. Is that what you said? I'm hearing things, aren't I?
Yeah, definitely.
I'll work my way across here. Anywhere else. We've got 9 options to get through. Let's cut straight to it. Happy to kick it off at absolutely any figure. You name a price, you'll be in front. Any level or. We've got a long night ahead of us, let's not drag it out. Call it for an opening bid. Any level. I'll literally stand here for a very long time until the opening bid, so let's cut to it. Any number. 500,000. At $500 million, the bid is here, front and centre. You're in front and good to see you. At $500 million, the offer. At 500,000, everyone else left me hanging, but you and I welcome you. At 5, the bid now. At 500,000 it is. At 5 now, as we search for a rise. At 500,000 now. At $500 million now, I'm going to call it 3 times quickly as we search for an increase. Gentleman's offer, he's on top at $500 million. We call for an increased bid, sir. Can I tempt you in quickly? Once at 500,000, second opportunity at $500 million. Third and final time, all done, finished and silent. We'll pass the property, and if we do not see a better bidder offer, 10, 510, number 55 on top. Sorry, not a problem, 505. At 505 it is now, and I welcome you. Competition has been ignited, and I thank you. At 10 through the middle, number 7's on top at 510. 10 and got it. Sorry, 15? 15 it is. At 515, double it even better. At 515 and 20, what do we say? At 15 the offer. Right at the back at 515. How much? 20. At 20 I welcome you. 4 of you fighting for it now. At 520 the bid. At 520 now. At 520, George, we're there? Yes, we're on the market and we're selling. The property's yours if we do not see a better bidder offer. At 520,000, we're going to knock it down and we'll sell if we don't see a bid at 25. At 5 1/4, you're in front, sir, and I welcome you back and thank you. At 525, right next to Felissa, at 525 it is. At 525, an increase, sir, how about 30? At 30, and I thank you. 35, I haven't seen you for a moment. 35, how about 40? At 30, the offer. At 530, the property's yours, the keys are in your hands if we do not see a better bid. At 530,000, we will call it 3 times. 35, sir, quickly. Once at 5, 6, and I welcome you back at 535, back in first place. Second place there next to George. At 35 it is. At 35 and 40. At 35 and 40, I search for it. 35, the offer at 40. At 40 it is now. We're selling here at 40 and 45, so you just give it an odd. At 540 it is at 45. Quickly jump back in at 45. At 40 it is at 5, at 45 and 50, sir. At 50, what do we say? At 45 with your competitor. You're in second place now, doesn't count for much under auction conditions. At 545 it is at 50. 50 it is now. 50, I welcome you back. It's a 2-horse race as it appears now. At 55, sir, quickly at 50 now with your competitor. At 555, I search for it. 50, 55. At 50 and 5. 5, sir, once. Done, finished, and sold. 560, bang, doubling the increment. Gentleman stepping up and flexing his auction muscles. He means business at 560. How about it takes in your competition zone medicine, double it at 70. At 70, I suggest at 65 I'll take though. At 60 now extended here at 2. 2, 1 will take it. Regular lips at 61, correct? Yes, at 561. Extended courtesy, sir. 62, 5. 5, quadruple it. 62, not a problem. Deja vu, back at you once again at 562. 3, 3, 3, 3 and 2. Once. I'm going to sell. Back to realestate.com, sir. Don't back down at 500. 562 and 500. Second opportunity. I know that you want to. I can feel it. 562. Don't back away. Small increments and chips at 1,000. How much? 500. I've seen the one at the back first. How much, sir?
3.
3, 563 with a cap. Gentlemen's on top. We've got a new face in the race. 500, 63 and 500. Sir, how about 65? Confirming the bid, sorry?
563, 500.
Just checking you're paying attention at 563 and 500. That's my way of suggesting that I forgot where we were at. At 563 and 500, the secret's out. At 63 and 500, sir, 64, how about it? At 64, I searched for, gentlemen's bid at 4. 23 back on top. At 564, 64, we're already at 4. We're at 4 now. 4 and 500. 565 even better, doubling increments. No time to muck around with 500 rises. At 565 now, gentlemen's back in front, and he has been for the majority of proceedings. At 565, you're creating conversations amongst families. It suggests to me they're saying, should we or could we be further than what we planned? At 565, at 65, 6. 6, yes, at 565, you're going to miss out. Once at 565, second opportunity at 565. We're going to sell it away and knock it down next to Talisa at 565. Third and final call, we're selling. How much?
500.
Yep, I've seen you guys first, by the way. So we're at, what's the figure now?
565.
Exactly, 565 and 500. At 565 and 500 and back against you, David. At 565 and 500, how about 66? 556, 566. Yep, 66. And 500 again. 566, 67. At 567, NB even better. At 567, the offer. At 67, next to Talisa. At 567, take us to 70 quickly now. At 567, at 70, I suggest. How about 70? 500 won't do it. At 70, I'll take the 500, you'll invite them back in at this moment in time. At 567 and 70. 70, 70. 70, let's do it. 70, once. 67, the offer. 70, how about 75? That was easy. Just joking. At 579, thank you. Coming to the party. At 570,000, 75, 75, 75. Bang, take a look at that. At 5 3/4, back on top now. Both flexing your muscles here. At 5 3/4, the offer. At 75, the bid. At 75, the bid. At 75 and 80. Let's do it. Jump to it with a 5. 80. Yep, 80. 80, 80. 80, let's do it now. At 75, we'll take the one at 76. 1. 500, at 575 and 500, 80 sir, I know that you want to, you've got it in you, at 575 and 500, second place now, once, 75 and 5, twice, 78, heard you, at 578, at 78, gentlemen, back in front at 78 sir, how about 80, let's jump straight back to it now at 78 the offer, at 578, belly bit away here, front and centre, smack bang through the middle at 578, haven't forgotten about you, any further interest here next to George, at 78, are you sure you're done? Finished and silent. Appreciate you bidding, by the way. At 578, it appears as though you've lost it. At 78 now, sir, you're on top. At 578. Yes, once. I know you want to. You're talking to each other. It means one thing and one thing only. Second opportunity at 578. Are you sure? Let's not back down. Second time, you're clearly considering it. That's why you're chatting. Save yourself the pain and agony of walking in and out of more grueling opening from inspections. Cuts the chase bid right here and right now. At 578, third and final call. We will knock it down and we will sell it. We don't see a better bid. Through the middle, sir, in the blue jacket with the wide lapels looking good. Can I tempt you back down? At 78, sir, I haven't seen you for 5 minutes or so. 78, 9, once. Sure, done. Finished and silent. Thanks for bidding. At 578, sir, with the cap. We're playing for keeps now. At 578,000, here's your opportunity to shine. Make this an evening to remember. Let's not back down. July 31st, 2019. It's the moment, of course, you purchased the property you came in with the intention to buy. Your dream home and you wanted to look around anymore. Well, watch out, scratching your hair, your fitting paddle propped up. At 578 the bid. At 78, 78, 78 and 100. Please bear with me, sir. I've done this before. I know there's some little bids out there sometimes. Sorry? Call it. Remember what I said earlier on? Does everyone remember that? Speed up your option before I get to offer one day. At 578 and 100 I search for. At 100 sir, don't back down. I've sold many options with $100 bids. Literally. There's multiple news articles online that you can Google and you'll find them. I even sold a property with a $1 bid. Fact. I don't think it will happen here, but $100 is 100 times more than that. I've seen much stranger things happen. At 578 and 100, give it one more chance. Just one last shot. At 578 and 100, one more now. That's 2,100 above your last bid. About $2 per week of interest repayments, higher than your last offer. It makes no mathematical sense to back down. At 578 it is. One more chance and I'll leave you alone. I'll either knock it down to you or sell to somebody else. And 100, quickly, once. 578 and 100. We'll take $50. Second time, at 578. It's not a no laughing matter. At 578 and 100. Yep, twice. Done, finished. Silent, thanks for bidding. It appears as though you've defeated your competition. At 578,000, we are going to knock it down at 4 Alexander Close in Delahaye. George, of course, the selling agent. If you're thinking of auctioning your property, contact George and he'll have a conversation with you to talk you through the process involved to recreate the situation for your auction as well. Won't you, George? That is the most awkward moment for a rental blank, isn't it? At 578,000, at 578, at 578. Lucky I was able to turn around here and laugh at myself and laugh at me with you. Otherwise I would have looked even more stupid. At 578, you're on top. We're going to knock it down. We'll sell once, twice, third. Final time at $578,000. We are selling. Done. Selling. Finished. Silence. And sold. Congratulations. At $578,000 well bought. 6 bidders fighting for it. Great auction. You won't need to search around anymore. Well done, George, as well. Selling agent. Great work. Next up, 56 Hannah Avenue, Hillside.
You want? Yeah.
56 Hannah Avenue, Hillside. This one was at home for its top value of those looking to secure a property within a full price range. Situated in a desirable pocket of Woodside, within walking distance of various malls and liquor shops, enjoying home maintenance, trim building, and open plan design. Rising true and original drawings of the kitchen rows, central bathroom, one lounge, one kitchen areas, and outdoor area.
Okay.
Additional features include echo cooling, ducted heating, air conditioning, and solar panels.
56 Hannah Avenue buyers. 30 to 60 day settlement, 10% deposit. Laurie and Helen, the selling agents. Let's cut to it. It's over to you. Let's get this auction started. Happy to kick it off at any number you like. You know the drill. I'll stand here as long as it takes. So just call out a number. Doesn't matter how high or how low it is. We'll start the auction at a number that suits you. Any number. Here's your chance to dictate the stuff. Any figure at all. Bless you. Over here. I heard a sneeze. Happy to kick it off anywhere. How much? A little on the light side, but you know what? I'd much prefer that than nothing. It's 300,000 above absolutely everyone else at this stage, and I welcome you in and I thank you. At 300,000 the offer. At 3 the bid will take rises of 20. At 320 I search for. The bid is right next to Lorenzo. At 3 the offer. At 20 I search for quickly. Buyers 20. At 20. At 20 to jump in once. At 20 to jump in twice. Third and final time at $300,000 only, all done, finished and silent. At 320 to jump in, welcome number 12, you're in front. 2 of you fighting for it with a New York cap. At 320 it is at 40. At 40 I search for a 40 quickly. At 40, thank you, welcome back. How about 60, sir? We're at 40 now, you're in second place at 60. 80, yes, 80. 80 to 400. At 400 I search for it. 380 the offer. At 400 it is now 420. At 4 the offer. At 20, 2010. At 410. At 410 extended courtesy. On top at 410. David, I'm calling for 10s. 20 still, we're at 410 now, we'll take a 10. At 20 to jump back, at 10 the offer. At 410 it is at 20. 20, 20, 20 and 10. Once, done, finished and silent. Second opportunity, I'm about to wrap it up. Third and final call. At 410, Gilligan 10s. Sorry? 10s. 20 now to jump in. At 10 the offer. At 20 I search for once. At 10 it is now, you're in front still. Second time. At 420, welcome. At 420 now, we've got a third bit of fighting for it. At 420 the offer. Gilligan 10s at 30 to jump back now. At 420 right next to Helen. At 20 it is at 30. At 30 now we need to know now. 20 now at 30. At 30 I search for 10. At 20 the bid is here at 30 now. At 30 we call for 20 done. Second, third. Final time at $420,000 only. Are we all done? All finished? All started? Sorry, Gilligan 10s at 20. I'm going to pass it at 30 I search for. At 420 the offer. 30. 30 I welcome you back at 40. At 30 the bid now. 30 out the back at 40. At 40 to jump back in front at 30 the offer. 30 it is out the back, right next to the red zone. At 430 the offer, at 40 quickly. At 40 I search for, I'm going to call it 3 times. We'll simply pass the property to the back corner if we do not see a better bidder offer. At $430,000. At 430 the offer. At 430 and 40. At 40 now I search for it, 30 the bid out the back at 30. At 30 it is once, filling in 10s. At 430 now, second time you're still on top. You're in 10s now, you're in front. I'm going to pass the property into you and negotiate exclusively if we do not see a better bid or offer. Third and final time, at $430,000, we're going to pass the property if we do not see a better bid. Yielding in 10s, David. At 430 it is at 40 now. At 40 I search for 30 now quickly. At 30 it is now once, done. Finished and signed. Sorry? Well, I just turned down 5. We're doing 10s at 40, once. At 30, I call for 40. Quickly, man, we're going to miss out. Second time. By the way, I'm not being rude or difficult. There's a rule specifically in the auction rules that allows the auctioneer to dictate the increments out of respect to the price we're looking to achieve. We're getting close. At $430,000. At 30 it is, at 40. 40, once. I'm done now, we're going to wrap it up. Second time. At $430,000. Second, third. And final call at $430,000. Are we all done? All finished? All silent? At $430,000. Can I tempt you back in now? At $430 the offer. At 30 I search for.
435.
Laurie, can we just check if we take the 5? Get back to me. At 30 it is. Please bear with me. At 430 as it stands. At 30. At 30. Now if we can take 5, this one was offered first, just so you know. At 430,000, back in a moment. At 30 it is. At 30 it is. At 30 it is. Quickly, Laurie.
Yep.
Got it at 5. 35. At 435, back on top. At 35 the offer. Extended courtesy to all of you. 35 and 40, good bid. At 440, straight back over the top. At 440,000 now. Back in front, not here to muck around. At 440,000 in front for the majority of the auction. At 440,000. At 40 and 5 I search for. At 440 it is. At 440 it is now. At 40 now as we call for 445. At 40 the offer. At 440 it is at 45. At 440 and 5. At 440 and 5 in front. Right out the back at 440,000 and 5 at 40, 5 and 5 once. Helen? Any interest down the front? We're at 440,000. You've clearly driven here with an intention to buy. We're at $440,000. At 40 it is. At 40 out the back. At 45. Any further interest here? At 440,000, if we don't see any further bids, the highest bidder have got the exclusive rights to negotiate with the owners. We won't be able to negotiate with you. They'll have the first right. At 40. At 40. We call for a rise now.
You take 2.
Lorenzo? At 40 and 2, some confirmation from you. At 440. Things are slowing down, we need to check now. At 40 it is at 2. At 2, Laurie?
Give me.
Yeah. $440,000. The bid is here, in front at 440. As we call for an increase, can we tempt you back at 5? At 445, in front. Bear with me now. At 45. If you're interested at that level, we must bid now or miss out. At 440. At 40 it is. At 40. By the way, I can understand that you're offering 2. I'll probably do the same thing. I totally respect where you're coming from. 440,000. You're on top at the moment. At 2. Once. At 440,000. We've got a 2 here, Laurie. I think we'll take it. Yeah. Confirmation 2. 42. At 442, extend the courtesy queue. 44, and I welcome you back. Things are getting tight. At 444, 6. At 444, 6. At 444 and 6. Another 2. At 446. At 44 the offer. At 444 and 6. Yes? Once. At 444,000. We'll take the one here at 45. 445. At 445, Lorenzo. At 445. 446, and I welcome you back. At 446 and 7. At 7. At 446 and 447. At 446,000. The bid is out the back. In front. Once again. in the pole position at 446,000. At 47, sir. At 447. At 447. Yes? At 446 and 500 once. And a 5 twice. At $446,000. The bid is out the back. Lorenzo, I'll need some instructions from you. We are getting very close. At $446,000. If we do not see a better bid offer, we'll wrap it up there. At 46. At 445, 6 I call for. 6 to jump back. 446, sorry? 446,500. At 446 and 500. 447. At 447. At 447, Lorenzo. At 447,000, another 500 if you like. At 447 and 500. We're both chipping away in such small increments. Both stretching each other. We're getting very close now. At 447,000. At 447,000. At 447,000, Lorenzo. At 47 in front. At 47 in front. We're on the market and we are selling. The property's yours, we're playing for keeps. If we do not see a better offer, we will knock it down and sell to you. At 447 now, jump back in for 100. We'll take 100 now that we're selling. At 447,000 as we down the back next to Laurie at 100. At 100 now that we're selling. Let's jump back at 100. Or if you like though, at 447 and 100. Once, at 447,000. In the world of no second chances, the bid is out the back, we will knock it down and we will sell for the second time at $447,000. We will sell, we are playing for keeps. Third and final call, are we all done, finished and silent at $447,000 and 447 and 100, and I welcome you back at 447 and 100, at 447 and 100. Feels kind of humorous, but I've literally sold bucket loads of properties with $100 bids at 447 and 100. I know it's worth a shot at 447 and 100, at 447 and 100, at 447 and 100.
447 and a half.
447 500, at 447 500, another 100, 447 600. At 447 500 as we stand. Right here and right now. The bid is out the back at 447 5. 6. Done. 50. 550. 447 550. One more chance. At 447 550. You will not need to walk in and out of more open inspections. Just give it one last shot. I know how you feel that the bidder will more than likely jump back in. That's totally fine, and yes, maybe they will. Just give it one last chance. At 447 and 550, second time, we'll knock it down if we do not see a better bid or offer. Appreciate your interest thus far. Let's knock back down here. The second pen in the arm sleeve. Third and final time at 447 and 550. Done, finished and silent. Definitely no further interest. Done. Whenever you look right, someone's saying something to you, there was another bid. Are you sure that you're all done? Finished? No influence on the right at 447 and 500. I think you've won at 447 and 500. We are selling. Sold. Congratulations. Well forward at $447,500. Thanks to the other bids as well. Enjoy. The next property coming up, number 25, the Esplanade in Caroline Springs. Luke is the selling agent. Let's have a look at the video.
25, the Esplanade, Caroline Springs. This overbuilt luxury townhouse has been built with family living in mind. With its thoughtfully zoned floor plan, the beautiful presentation, this perfectly located townhouse features the following luxury appointments. Spacious master bedroom complete with walk-in robe and designer ensuite, opening onto a private terrace. Large porcelain tiles throughout, including bathroom and laundry. Featured high ceilings on both the ground and first floors. Additional 2 bathrooms with double walk-in robes. 2 separate living areas on the ground floor with plenty of space for entertaining and relaxing. Open plan kitchen with stove benches, quality appliances and large pantry. Off-street parking via 2-car garage. Additional storage on the staircase and well-located linen cupboards. A large private alfresco courtyard, perfect for outdoor entertaining. And a conveniently located study at the home's entrance.
26, 75, the Esplanade in Caroline Springs. Lucas, the selling agent, 10% deposit, 30 through to 60-day settlement. It's over to you guys who would like to open up the bidding. We don't mind where you start. The number that feels right for you, I'll accept that bid and you'll be in front instantly. Who would like to get the auction started at absolutely any figure that you like? Happy to kick it off with a number that suits you. Any number. Anywhere at all. Down the front? Any interest? Okay, I'll back away then. Happy to start anywhere. How about 550? At 550 I'll suggest. It certainly won't buy it for you. It's just a way to dip your toes in the water. At 550, who would like to start? Happy to take more or less. I'm just trying to suggest a number for you to feel comfortable to do the thinking on your behalf. 540 even. At 540 buyers, who would like to kick it off? At 540 I suggest. I'm going to call it 3 times. Once, twice, third, and final call. Are we all done? All finished and all silent?
545.
545. At 545 out the back with the brown cap, sir, you're in front nice and early. At $545,000 now, you're in front. At 545 the offer. At 545 and the option's underway as we call for a rise. At 545 it is. We're dealing in tens. At 555 to jump in front at 545. At 545 and 50 buyers we search for at 45 the offer. At 545 and 555. At 55 to jump in front with a $10,000 chip away due north at 55. At 555 out the back right next to Talisa. 2 bidders fighting for it. Competition has been ignited. At 555 now gentlemen's on top. At 65 I search for. At 65 and absolutely no less than dealing in tens at 65. At 555 and 5 we won't take just yet, but eventually we will. At 555 still in front, sir. At 555 at 65. 65. At 65 at 555, gentlemen's on top. Once at 555. Second time at $555,000. I'll simply pass the property in if we do not see a better bidder offer. The exclusive right to negotiate with the highest bidder. Third and final call. You've had ample time to jump in, buyers. At 555 it is. At 565 the next step. If you do not bid, the sole exclusive negotiation rights for the gentleman out the back holding the highest offer, which will put in the best possible statistical position to purchase. Sir, 65. Sorry?
Did you take 500?
Sorry?
Did you take 500?
500,000 I will.
555, 500.
Sorry?
555, 500.
Not yet, David, at 555. Appreciate the offer though. At 555, at 65 we're searching for. Dealing in prices of 10. Sir, 65. I know who you are now. 565. Yes? 65. 75. 75? I'll give you 10 grand off. 65. At 565. We're at 55 at the moment. Yes? Once. At 555. We won't take less than 10 at this moment. At 65 to jump in. Or you'll miss out. If you've got interest at 65 or above, it's important you bid or the gentleman will have the exclusive rights. We've had a lot of time. Twice.
65.
65. Goodness gracious. You're all making me work for it. I don't know whether to love you or be frustrated. At 565 that you've saved me. At 565 I welcome you in and thank you. He passes over the handkerchief in case I want to cry about it. At 565 I love the humour, sir. At 65 and you're in front. At 65. At 575 sir out the back and I tempt you at 65 the offer. At 565 it is at 75. At 75. At 75 at 65 down the front. At 75. 75, at 65, at 65 ma'am you're on top, at 565, at 565 at 75, at 75 I search for, at 65 it is, at 565 at 75, once, at $565,000, bidders down the front as we call for an increase, second opportunity, you're in front with the exclusive rights to negotiate. Second, third, and final call. Sir, have you got any further interest? Are you out, done, finished and silent at $565,000? Sir, out the back. Yes?
567.
We won't take it to. Happen to meet with 5 in the middle if you like.
570.
75. 70. At 570. At 570, 4 of you fighting for it. I won't take 2.5 for the next one though. It's better stick at 5s at the moment. But you know what, I respect what you're doing because I do the same thing. And most auctioneers will crumble. I can't just yet. But you'll get me eventually. At 570,000. At 70 in front. At 75, man. At 5. At 5 3/4. Bids out the back in the beanie. At 75, at 75. 5. Once. At $570,000. As we call for a rise at 575, man. Second chance.
2.5.
Taking 5s. At 70 bid out the back. Second time, you're going to miss out, man. Third final call at 575. I call for as an absolute bare minimum. At 570, gentlemen's offer. Let's jump back in at 75. 75. At 75, and I thank you. Back in front at 5 3/4. At 575, it is at 80, sir. At 80, what do we say? At 5 3/4, the bid at 80. 80. Once at 575. 80, I call for. Second time. 575, sir. 80. Done. Out. Finished. Silent. 575. Third call, I'm going to pass it in down the front. If we do not see a better offer, Lucas, some instructions. We're going to wrap it up. Final chance to earn the right. Done, finished and silent. Done out back to Lisa. Finished. Sir, out. Done. About to pass it in, so final chance. At 575, you've had ample time. At 75, the exclusive right to negotiate won't be yours, sir. Bidders here down the front. Done. No.
No. Oh, you heard.
I could feel you thinking it. At 80. 75. By the way, where's the camera? For those that are tuning in, that wasn't a rude no, because I was sharing a smile with a bidder, just so you don't misinterpret it. At 575. At 80. 75 at 80. 75 at 80. At 5 3/4 the offer. Man, you're in front. Need some instructions from you, Lucas. At 575. 80. 80. I'll take 2.5. 77 at 500. I've crumbled a little bit, but I can't stoop myself to that level just yet. At 77 at 500. Sir, once. I'm meeting you in the middle. You can feel like you've won. You've won. I've lost this. At 77 at 500, once. 2.5. There's similar personalities here. We just won't flinch. I'm going to take that. 77. At 77. You came very close. At 77. I'll give you 2 as well, man, if you like. At 79. At 77, gentlemen's offer. At 77, it is at 9. 79. 77, he's on top. 77 at 79. Another chance, man. At 579. If you're interested above this level, it's important you bid. I just turned down the one that will take it to though. At 79. 77 the bid. Only one higher than that. It's not much. 2,000, man, is $2 per week, approximately higher than your last offer. Let's not back down for such a small increment. Not to mention the priceless memories you'll create in the property. You can't attach a price to that. Prices are rising. You run the risk of bidding higher on properties you don't even like as much. You'll waste time walking out of a bit more open inspections. Let's just cut to it. At 579 I search for. At 77 the offer. At 577, right next to David. At 577 as we call for a chip away. A $2,000 rise. 577, can you please write down what we need to be for? Thank you. At 577. At 577. At 577 it is. At 77. At 77. At 577. At 77. At 79. At 79, man. At 77 out the back. At 77 and 9. At 77 and 9. At 79, or even more, man. At 77 the bid. Still in front, sir. At 577. If you're interested above this mark, we must be buyers. At 577, at 79 I search for. At 79, sir, man, can I tempt you in? At 79, it's been a while.
579.
81, at 79, at 79, at 79, at 81. We'll now take ones for both of you. I turned it down there and took the 2, turned it out there and took the 2. Now be open and fair. We'll take ones now. At 80, sir. I know, you're thinking 500. At 579, at 1. At 80. At 79, at 80. 80. At 79, at 80. At 80, I search for. At 79 and 80. At 79 and 80. 80? Yes? At 80. At 80 it is. Very small increments now, man. At 81. At 81. At 81 only. Yes? At 81. At 580 the offer. Lucas, with your instructions, pass it in. At 580, or hit a pause and hold it over. At 580,000. At 580,000, the bid is out the back. Calling for a rise at 81, man. At 580, gentleman's bid. You're in front, sir. It appears as though you've defeated your competition for the moment. I'm very excited for you. Statistically speaking, you're much more than likely the buyer. I won't congratulate you in advance just in case, but more than likely afterwards. At 580,000, man, you won't be able to negotiate and have that first right. At 580 and 1. At 1. We're playing for a powerful position here. At 581. At 80 it is. At 80. At 80 and 1. At 1. At 1. And one more. At 81. Good done, yeah? Thanks for bidding. At 580,000. I need to apologise. Thank you so much for joining. At 580,000. It appears as though it's yours for the negotiations. At 580, congratulations. Once. Twice. Third and final time. At $580,000. Sir, congratulations. We're going to negotiate with you exclusively. Pass it in to you, sir. We'll update you all with the sold results very shortly. Thank you so much for all the way to the bid. Ladies and gentlemen, next up is number 4, Bravo closing keyboard down. David, the selling agent. Let's have a look at you.
Bravo Close, Kilo Downs. Conveniently located just miles away from local shops, schools, and public transport, this glorious home will not disappoint. Comprising 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, open plan kitchen, meals and living area, second floor living, and undercover entertaining area, first off for everyone looking for privacy. Features include polished floorboards throughout, ducted heating, system cooling, ceiling fans, ducted vacuum ports, single lock-up garage. The property invites families to make it their own. Alternatively, investors will enjoy the potential return on investment due to the land size, 651 square meters. They also provide development opportunities, subject to council approval.
Number 4, Bravo closing Keilor Downs, a 10% deposit, 30 to 60 day settlement. Buyers, it's over to you. Who would like to get this auction started? Happy to start wherever you like. Anywhere at all. You dictate the start. Any figure. Name and number, and we'll accept your bid. Happy to start anywhere. Any interest out the back there, Talisa? David? According to the opening. Any number. You pick a figure. 600, 650, 550, 520, 500, 550, I don't mind. Just planting some seeds. You say one of those out loud or circle those numbers, we'll accept your bid and you'll be on top. Any number. 450, a little low, but you know higher than everyone else. At $450,000 as we call for an immediate rise. How about $500,000? At $450 it is. At $500,000 I search for. At $450 now once. At $450,000 for the second time. Third and final call. At $450, sorry ma'am, I'm dealing, you take it straight away to $500,000 I search for. At $500,000 to jump in front now. At $500,000 we shouldn't flinch, you know we'll surpass that anyway. So let's cut to it. We'll take 20s thereafter. At $500,000, got it and welcome it, thank you. 2 of you fighting for it now. At $500,000. At 5 it is, we'll take 20s. At 5 it is, we'll take 20s. At 20 man and no less. On top here, number 8. At $500,000. At $500,000 the offer. Once. At $500,000. Twice. At $500,000 for the third and final time. Are we all done? All finished and all silent. 520, welcome. 3 bidders fighting for it now. At 520, 40 man to jump straight back on top at 40. At 40, what do we say? 520 out the back now. At 40 to jump back in at 40. At 40, what do we say? At 20 it is. At 20, at 20, at 20 at 40. Dealing in 20s, 40. Need to know. Once at 520. Twice at 520. Third and final time, not a problem. Take the 10, extend the courtesy. At 530,000. At 530, we'll extend the 10 then 2 at 40. At 540, what do we say? At 30, the offer. 540, welcome. We've got the 40 here. How about 50, sir? At 50, I search for. Down the front as well if you like to regain the lead. We're at 40 at the moment. We're in second place at 50. At 50 to jump back. We're at 40 at the moment. Dealing is 10s and no less. At 540,000. At 50, sir, to jump back. Once. 50, I search for. Twice. 50 in front, once again, at 550 and I thank you, at 550 I search for now 60, we're at 50 already down the front at 50, at 60, 60, D, quickly, 50 it is, at 60, at 60, at 550 it is, at 60, 60, welcome back at 70, at 60 the offer, at 70 man, at 60 it is, at 70, at 70 at 60, at 60, at 60 we'll take fives now, at 65, at 60 it is, gentlemen's on top, number 19, 65, once at 560, twice at 560, third and final time, at $560,000 only, are we all done? Sorry? Welcome man, 4 of you fighting for it now, at 565, a new player in proceedings, at 565 the offer, at 65 it is, at 70 sir, at 70 quickly, at 65 the offer, at 70 we search for, 65 in the far corner, at 70 to jump in front, as we call for a rise, at 565 the offer, at 70 in front, at 65, D, ma'am, any further interest? At 570, at 65 the offer, out the back next to Talisa, sir, can I tempt you back in, at 570, 70 now, at 70 it is at 75, sorry, at 75 man, yes, we're at 70 now, 75, at 75, at 5 3/4, out, done, finished, the one hit wonder, and silent, at 75, once, twice, third time, done, 75, it appears as though you've defeated your competition, you'll pass the property in, dealing in fives, man, at 75, actually, you know what, we're at the pointy end, I'm going to take the 2, at 72, 4, 74, at 72 the offer, 4, at 72 the offer, 4, at 72 it is, David, I need some instructions, at 572 it is, at 72, at 72, at 74 we search for, at 572, at 74 in the far corner, at 72, sorry, calling for 4, sir, once at 572, 74, at 74, 76 man, 76, 75, we'll take ones now, we're at 575 David, at 575, getting very close, need some instructions David, at 575, 76, 7, we're getting very close man, 77, 77, 78, 78, at 77 it is, at 78, at 77, 78, 577, at 78, at 77, at 78, 78, 77 it is once, at 577, 78, 79 man, very close now, 500, 78 and 500, at 578 and 500, at 578 and 500, 79, 79, 79 and 500 man, at 79 and 500, we're at 79 at the moment. Yes? 79 and 500, 80. David, I need your instructions. We're at 579 and 500. Another 500, sir. We're very close now. At 79 and 500. At 80. At 80. At 80. Sir, very close now. 579 and 5. 579 and 5. Let's not back away at this point. At $579,500. At 579 and 5 at 80. 80. 80. At 579 and 500. At 579 and 500. At 79 and 5. At 79 and 5. 80. 580. We're at 580 now. At 580 out the back. David, I need to know what to do. At 80. At 580. At 580 once. At 580 twice. Not a problem. 580 and 500. At 580 and 500 and back against you, sir. At 580 and 500. Laurie, I need some instructions. At 580 and 500. Any further interest? Laurie, we're going to pass it in. Yep. At 580,500 once. At 580,500 twice. At 580,500, sir. Done? Finished and silent. Ma'am, we're going to deal with you exclusively and negotiate. At 580 and 500, we'll pass it in to you. Congratulations. At 580 and 500, we'll update you all with the sole result very shortly. Thank you. And the fifth property going up for auction, number 7 Davenport Court in Taylors Hill. Let's have a look at the video.
Davenport Court, Taylors Hill. Nestled in a quiet pocket of Taylors Hill, this new low-maintenance 4-bedroom contemporary home is located a minute's walk to the community centre, playground and oval. Close to schools, recreation facilities, childcare facilities, Taylors Hill shops, and Water Gardens train station. The spacious residence offers 4 generous bedrooms, all built in rows. Plus, there includes a walk-in road and a micro ensuite. The home boasts multiple living spaces, including a formal lounge, a theatre room, large chef's kitchen with ample covered space and quality stainless steel appliances, all in walking windows and banquet area. Step outside and enjoy the undercover entertaining area enclosing its free yard, perfect for anyone with a busy lifestyle. Additional features include ducted heating, reverse cycle air conditioning, family, dining and kitchen, lots of storage, alarm system, and double remote control garage and solar assisted hot water.
George, the selling agent, 7 Davenport Court, Taylors Hill. 10% deposit, 30 to 90 day settlement. Ladies and gentlemen, it is over to you. Who would like to get this auction underway with an opening bid and opening offer at absolutely any level that you like?
540.
540. Where'd that come from? 540. 550. Welcome. At 550 is we talk to 60. I'll see that one first. I'll see that one first at 60. 70. Dilly, we're already at 560. Can't go backwards. Dilly intends to 70. At 60 the offer. At 70 to jump in front. At 70 quickly, man. At 560 it is. At 560 now. At 70 I call for. At 60 you're in front. Once at 560. Twice at 560. Third and final time at 500. Hang on a second. I'll say that one first. How much, sir? 70. At 570, gentlemen's in front. At 70 it is at 80. What do we say? At 80, sir. Dilly intends at 80, sir. At 70, gentlemen out the back. At 570, 80. We're 80. At 580,000, we'll take 5s now. George, some instructions. We're at 580 now. At 580 and 5. 5. 85 it is at 90, I call for. At 90, welcome, this auction's going crazy. At 590,000 as I call for 95. At 595, see that one first, 27.95. At 595, sir, you're in front, we're on the market, we're selling at 600. Property's yours, we're selling, we're at the reserve at $600,000. I'm going to knock it down to you if we do not see a better bid. At 600,000 once, twice, third, final time, selling, 05. At 605, at 25, at 10. At 10 it is now at the back with George at 15, sir. At 15, and I welcome you back in at 615 the offer. At 615 at 20. At 20 you're back, take a look at that. It's absolutely rapid bidding. Machine gun style at 620. Sorry, correction, yep, at 620. At 620, gentlemen's offer. Number 31 is in front at 620,000 once. At 620,000 twice. At 25, and I welcome you back and thank you. At 640, at 30, gentlemen back on top at 630. At 630, bid at 35, I call for. At 30, what do we say? 35. At 30, the bid now, number 31 at 630. At 630, the offer. At 35, I call for. Once at 630. Twice at 630, third and final time, at $630,000, we're going to knock it down. If we do not see a better bid, we're selling. So you look to see this one first at 35. A new player proceeds how much? 40? Sorry, not a problem. 35. At 35 now, there's 8 of you fighting for it at 40. 40. At 40 it is. At 640 now back in front, bidding nonchalantly. Second on the right hand side at 640. And 5-man jump straight back over the top. At 645, and I thank you and welcome back again. At 645 and 58 called for. At 45 the offer. For those that may recently joined us, we are well and truly on the market and have been for a substantial amount of time, and we are selling at $645,000. At 645, I'm going to knock it down now. At 45, once 50, sorry. 46 it is, we'll take the one. At 46 man, quadruple at 50. Flex your muscles here. At 50 I call for. 46 the offer. At 646 at 50, bang. How about 55? Let's not muck around with ones just yet. At 55, but I'll take it at 51 if it feels good for you. At 51, I welcome you back. At 50 it is at 1. 1 at 50. Once, yep. Twice, 50. How much? 51. At 51 at 55, man, deja vu. At 51 at 55. 55 quadruple it once again at 55. At 51 it is at 5. At 51 it is at 5. 1 at 52. You're breaking each other down now. You're both reaching your limits, if not surpass them. At 53, sir, let's not flinch. At 52 the offer, right next to George. At 652 on the market and selling. Bid is there at the back. At 652 we will sell once. At $652,000 twice. At 652 and 500. At 500 and just in the nick of time. You almost missed out. At 652 and 500. Back against you, man. At 52 and 500. At 652 and 500. At 652 and 500. For those of you tuning in all around the world, yourself as well, Peter. At 652, 500. George, the selling agent. Liaise with Ray White Taylor's later to recreate the situation for you as well. At 652 and 500. 55 and bang at 2.5. At 55 the offer. At 655. At 55 it is at 55 and 500. At 655 and 500. How much? 500. At 55 and 500. I welcome you back in once again. At 655 and $500 the offer. At 655 and 500. At 655 and 500. At 655 and 500 at 56. At 56. Let's cut straight through to 60. At 660. Bid is here at 656. Let's just step up to the plate. Not a problem. 656 and 500. Once again, chipping away. Man, at 656 and 57. Yes? Yes? 57. At 657 and 500. We've seen about 10 bidders fighting for it here. At 657 and 500. 500. At 657 and 500. 58, man. At 657 and 500. 58. 58. 58. 58, 500. 59. 58, 500. That's right, Lisa. At 658, 500. Everyone heard you. At 658 and 500. At 658 and 500. At 658 and 500. I'm going to knock it down and sell. I forgot who's got the bid. Which one of you? There. 658 and 500. Man, you're about to miss out. 59. At 659. At 659 and 500. 60. 60. At 660. Doubling your increments to the back end. Stepping up and showing everyone you mean business. With the $1,000 ones as opposed to the previous 500. At 660, man. At 660 once. Thank you so much to everyone that bid. We're going to knock it down here at 660 twice. At 660,000, third and final call. We're selling 500. 660 and 500. At 660 and 500. At 660 and 500. At 660 and 500 and back against you. You're both in the same position. Another 500 at 661. At 661. At 661 and 500, man. At 661 and 500. At 661 and 500. At 661. George. Man. Once. At $661,000. Second opportunity. At 661 grand is the offer. You're about to miss out, man. 500. At 661,500. 61,600. At 661 and 600. At 661 and 600. 63. At 663. Could this be the strategic knockout blow? At 663. You know how it feels on the receiving end? Why don't you step up with the 2,000? At 665. For this potential life-changing moment, let's cut to the chase. At 663. How much? 200? 200. 663 and 200. At 663 and 200. At 663 and 200. 65. Take a look at that. You're stepping up well and truly, man. Showing everyone you're here with a specific intention to purchase the property. Flexing your auction muscles at the pointy end of the auction. At 665 and 100 and 100 and 100. Yes? 665 and 100, George. At 665 and 100, a never-ending story. At 665 and 100. Man, 666. 100. 65 and 200. 300. 400. We're at 300. 400. 500. Yes? 600. Yes? 700. Yes? 800. 900. Yes? A million. No? Just joking. 100. And 100. Yes. And 100. 665,800. 900, man.
No, we were.
666. You sure about that? Yep, 666. At 666.
There were 66, 665, 800. Take that.
That's what it is, 800 now, isn't it? That's what I thought. We're 665 and 800. At 665 and 800. Appreciate the teamwork. At 665 and 800 bid. At 665 and 800.
We're holding that.
This is the bid up there, George is confirming.
That's right.
58 and 800. You sure?
665, 800.
Yes, 660.
500.
Confirmation, George?
Yeah.
Say that number again.
Yeah, it's up there.
665 and 800.
Yeah.
Just confirming your bid. At 665 and 800. Does that look familiar? At 665 and 800. Yes? At 665 and 800. The bid is here on the right. Man, you're at front. Number 11. At 665 and 800. 900. 666. 666 and 100. 666 and 100. Yes? 666 and 100. 200. 666 and 200. Yes? 200. 300, man. We're at 666 and 200. 300 I call for. Yes? 300. 400. 666 and 400. At 400. At 666 and 300 the offer. At 400 the jump in front. At 666 and 400. 300 the bid. At 666 and 350. We'll take a 50. At 350. 50. 50. 50 man at 400. Yes? 666 and 350. At 666 and 350. 400. At 666 and 350. 500. 666 and 500. Back against you. Another 100. 666 and 550. We'll take a 50. I can feel you thinking about it. At 666, $1. 501. At 666 and 501. At 666 and 501. At 666 and 501. Man, at 501. Take us to 600. 667, back against you. At 667, 499 above your bid. At 667 and 1. Yes? The dollar again. At 667. At 667. You sure you're out? You're definitely done now, aren't you? Would you like to just give it one last chance? The limit could be the round number at 667. Let's just go one more dollar and leave it there. Yeah? One more. Once at 667,000 and $1. I sold the property in Burwood last year with $1 bid. It was like 1.7 something million with 7 bidders. Google it if you don't believe me, and you'll see the articles online. So I know it's worth another shot. Through personal experience, hand on my heart, $1 at $6.67 at $1. At $6.67 at $1. At $6.67 at $1. Back against you, man. We'll do the same if you're selling your property. At $6.67 at $1. Google that. I wouldn't say it out loud like that with so many people listening and the camera's on. It's factual information. At $6.67 at $1. 100. At $6.67 at 100. The same dollar story applies. At $6.67 at 100. I must admit though, they only did $1 once. But you could do it 3 times. At 667,000 and 100. At 667,000 and 100. Yes? Once. $1. 101. At 667 and 101. At 667 and 101. You think it's crazy? I've sold for dollars before, plus it's turned into 500, 600, 700 extra, plus I've sold for dollars. So we've got to do it at 667 and 101. At 667 and 101. At 667 and 101. At 667 and 101. Man? At 667 and 101. 500. 667 and 500. And 1. You said no before, but you jumped in. And man, with all due respect, I feel there's conflicting decisions here. At 667 and 501. Yes. Man, I think he wants to, but he doesn't. Let's come with a mutual decision here. At 667 and 501. 2. Once. At 667,500 twice. Done? Man, you sure? Thanks for bidding. 3rd time. At $667,500. 7 Devonport Court in Taylor's Hill. We saw about 12 bidders fighting for it. George, the selling agent. We are selling, and did you say $1? You did. 667,501. At 501 the bid. At 667,501. At 501. At 501 it is. 600. At 667,600. By the way, for those that are listening, the bidder didn't actually say $1. I pretended like they did, but then they decided, okay, we'll bid the $1. At 667 and 600. At 600. At 667 and 600. George? Is it 500? 600. At 667 and 600. At 667 and 600. And 1. 500 extra. 667,000. Hang on a second, George. We're already at 600, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So would you like to go to 668 and 100? Yes? 668 and 100. At 668 and 100. Back in 2nd place. They've stepped up with 500. At 668 and 100. And you thought it was crazy taking $1. We've sold for $1 before, I mean that. But here we are a couple of thousand later. At 668 and 100. At 668 and 100. 668 and one of the numbers are incorrect. At 668 and 100. Not sure what's happening there. I'm going to stop looking back. Just so you know, guys. At 668 and 100. Talisa, George, I need you to pay attention. At 668 and 100. At 668 and 100. We're going to ignore that up there. At 668 and 100. At 668 and 100. At 668 and 100. Confirming a bid. 669. 669. At 669. 670. At 670, no one's backing down. At 670,000. At 70, man. At 70. At 70. There's no stopping here. At 70. Just call it 675. Let's cut to it. At 75. 500. 670, 500. Big gap between bids. You're both experiencing the exact same thing. 670 and 500. You've said no 5 times. How on earth can I take you seriously? Because you've jumped in every time. 670 and 500. 71. Ma'am, I know you want to. Very clearly see it. You said no before, but your eyes keep turning left. You're looking for approval. I've been in this situation way too many times to question it. At 670,500. At 100, man. At 670 and 500. Sir? You said definitely not before, but you jumped in. 670 and 500. Sir, look right. Someone's trying to communicate with you. At 670 and 500. 600, man. Yeah. Yes, 600. 670, 600. 670, 600. That's 670, 600. That's 600 it is. That's 670 and 600. Back against you. That's 670 and 600. That's 670 and 600.
71.
71. 71. 71. You can still bid without the paddle at Melbourne. That's 71. 71. 671 the bid. That's 71 right down the middle next to George. And $1 again. 71. That's 671 once. That's 671 twice. Your journey to search for real estate will continue. Someone else is about to buy. Third and final call. At $671,000. You've well and truly earned this one. At 671, a dozen bidders presented themselves this evening on this fine piece of real estate. At 671, at 671, how about $10? We haven't seen that one yet. Let's fix it up. We're going to knock it down. I know you want to. I can feel it. At 671, yep, yes. We're going to sell, man. We're selling. At $671,000. Are you sure you're sure? So, congratulations as well for $671,000. An amazing auction, we saw it all. Thanks to the other bidders, and congratulations, man.
So I was seeing it right here. Frozen there. I was seeing it right here. Frozen there. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Grenadier Grove in Hillside. The property going up for sale. Laurie and Helen, the selling agents. 10% deposit with a 60 to 90 day settlement. Let's have a look at the video.
Hello, welcome to 4 Grenadier Road, Hillside. My name is Karen Barrett from Rowlight, the Taylor Service. I'm here in this fantastic bedroom, which is the heart of the home. But let's go and see what other features this wonderful property has to offer. Come join me. Thank you very much for taking the time out to explore this wonderful family spacious home with me. My name is Karen Barrett, and I look forward to welcoming you at one of our Heaven's Road inspections. Thank you.
4 Grenadier Road in Hillside. 60 to 90 day settlement, 10% deposit buys. It is over to you who would like to get this auction started. Happy to kick it off at a number that suits you. You verbalise the price, we'll accept your bid, and you'll be in front. Any level at all.
500.
500 out the back, nice and low. At $500,000, I'm going to call for an immediate rise to 550. At 500,000, even 600,000, even better. At 500,000, as I call for 6, what do we say? Once at 500,000, twice at 5, third and final call at 500,000. Are we all done? Finished and silent at $500 million only. 600,000 vendor bid. At 600,000 a vendor bid with me as we call for an increase. At 600,000 we'll take a rise of 20. At 620 I call for at 60 offer. At 600,000 it is at 20 buys to attempt to win. At 620 we need to know. At 620 to jump in front. At 20 buys. At 6 it is. At 6 now at 20. At 20 we won't take less. At 60 offer. At 20 I search for. At 600,000 it is once. At 600.
620.
620, welcome back and good to see you once again. At 620,000 the bid is right down the back at 620. At 600,000 now the bid's with you sir at 620. At 620 it is and we call for 40 now. At 620 it is. At 620 now. At 620 it is and how about 40? At 620 and 40 I call for. At 40 to jump in front. 20 it is. 50, I even suggest a 50. At 620 as we stand, right here and right now, as we call for a rise. Lorenzo, some instructions from you. Once at 620, twice at 620, third and final time at 620, done, finished, and silence. In the absence of further bidding, buyers, I'll place the second vendor bid at 650. At 650 it is, we call for 70 now. At 650,000 at 70 to jump in front. At 650,000 the offer. At 650 it is at 70 to jump in at 50 the bid. At 650 it is we've been against you. At 70 to jump in front. At 650 the offer. At 650 it is at 70 I call for 0. Take a 10. I'll meet you in the middle at 60. At 650 it is at 60 now to jump back. No more vendor bidding. At 60 now you're in front now. The exclusive right to negotiate. Lorenzo, I'll need some instructions from you. It's all yours to pass into, sir, and negotiate exclusively so we won't see a better bid. At 660 once, yes, flurry done, finished and silent twice. Third time at 660, calling for 70. You've had ample time, I'm going to pass it at 60. Yes, Flurry? 60. Congratulations. Negotiation rights are yours. We'll update you all the sole results shortly. Thank you and well done. Ladies and gentlemen, number 12, Hobart Way in Taylor's Hill. George, the selling agent. Let's have a look at the video.
Hobart Way, Taylor's Hill. Positioned opposite Parkland and within easy walking distance to Taylor's Hill Shopping Centre and public transport. This beautifully designed single-story home will be sure to suit any first-home buyer, downsizer, or investor looking for something special. Moreover, are three generous-sized bedrooms all with built-in robes. The opulent master bedroom, including its own walk-in robe and light-filled ensuite. In the central hub of the home, you'll find a beautiful chef's kitchen with Caesar stone bench tops and quality stainless steel appliances, which overlooks the large windows and family area. Entertaining options include an undercover alfresco and a large outdoor jacuzzi. Additional features: ample storage, alarm system, heating and cooling, and a double remote control garage with internal access.
Number 12, Hobart Way in Taylor's Hill. Buyers, it is over to you. Who would like to cut to the chase? 5 to 10% deposit, 30 to 60 day settlement. It's happy to kick the auction off at a figure that suits you. The ball is in your court. Let's cut to the chase. Who would like to get us started? 490. 490, welcome. Take 10s. At 490, you're in front of 500, I search for. At 490, the offer. At 490,000, fairly good away, and thanks for starting us off. At 490, at $500,000, I call for. Once at 490, twice at 490. Third and final 5 out the back and a welcome you sir. 10 if you like, man. We're at 500 out the back at 10. 10 preview finding court and bidding. At 510, how about 20? At 20 I search for sir at 20. 30, we're at 20 now. At 30 can I tempt you back at 20 bid? At 30 what do we say, man? 30, 5, 25. At 20 is at 25, man. Yep, done. 20 is once, 20 twice at 30, welcome. 40 you fighting for at 40. At 40 back against you. At 40 it is. At 40 now, George, are we there? We're at 40 on the market and selling. Property's yours once at 540, twice we're going to sell for 50, 45, 45. Down the front at 45 and 50 back against you. At 550 it is, man, at 55. At 55, what do we say? The bid's here at 50 now, 5. At 50 we're selling at 55. At 55 out the back at 60, straight back over the top. At 560, gentlemen's offer. 31 is in front at 560. At 565. 55, 65 and walking back at 70. At 570 at 31. 70. 70, at 570 the bid. At 570 now you're in front, sir. Once again, not here to buck around. At $570,000, we are going to sell to you if we don't see a better bid. Once, twice, third, final call, 75. 80 back against you. 580, Jennifer's back in front at 85, man. At 580 the offer. At 85, 85, 90, 5, 90 the bid, 5. At 590, Jennifer's bid at 5. Once at 590, 5. 600, sir. At 600 back against you. At 600,000 the offer. At 6 the bid. At 600,000 at 5. At 6 and 05. At 6 and 05. Or 600, man. At 600, gentlemen here. He's in front. 605. Once, 6. Twice, 5. 10. Back against you. 15, man. Yes? 15. We're at 10. 15. Let's double it at 20. Make them think a little bit. Same to you, sir. At 10 and 20, I suggest. 20. 20. We'll take the 5. At 10 it is at once. At 10 it is and twice. 15. At 15 and 20. At 20 it's straight back at you. He's up at the net. No time to think. At 6, 20. 5. 5. 20 once. 20 twice. Third. I'll take less, man. I'll take 1 or 2 if you like. I'm happy to do that now. 21. 21. 25. 26. 25 and 26. 25. I'll take it 500. 25 and 5. At 625 and 500. Give it another go. At 625 and pretty sure you're out. At 6 1/4. Thanks for bidding. I appreciate it. At 625, you were very close. At 625, gentlemen's offer. We're at 625, George. At 625, calling for a rise. Any further interest out the back? At 625, it appears as though you've defeated your competition. Have you got any further interest? Haven't seen you for about $100,000. At 625, you're good? Yeah? Sure? Done? No further interest? At 625 and 500, even 100. Someone's looking at you. At 100. 625 and 100. We're at 625 and 100. 26 and another 100. 26 and 100. Don't let it intimidate you, because everyone's got a limit. At 626, he could be close, he might not, but you just never know. So don't let that fool you. At 626 and 100. Good bidding strategy, by the way. I fully applaud you. At 626, my job is to usher proceedings along. At 626 and another 100. Don't think about how your competitors bidding against you. Just think about what you're prepared to pay and go to it. At 626 and 100, I've seen the strangest things take place. At 626, the more I do this, the more I realise I don't know. At 626 and 100. At 626 and 100. At 626 and 100. 626 and 50. And 50. You saw it up before at 50. At 626 and 50. At 626 and 50. 27. You sure? Let's take a 10. 627. We took the ones before the other option. 627 and $1. At 627 and $1. One more chance. Ma'am? Yes. At 627 and $1. At 627 and $1. One more here. And $1. Gentleman's offer. I promise you that if you bid the $1, I'll either sell it to you, but if the gentleman bids over the top, I won't look back for more. Unless I feel like it. At 627, are you sure you want to let it go? At 627, thanks so much for bidding. I appreciate it. At 627, we are going to knock it down once. At 627, we'll knock it down for the second time. At 627, permission to sell, no further bidding. George, at 627, we're going to knock it down. The bid is here, down the front, at 627. George, the selling agent for the team at Ray White Taylor's Lakes. He looks forward to auctioning your property as well. Don't you, George? At 627, once, twice, yes, once I was looking at you. I caught that. I'm serious. Third time. Are you sure? Done? Finished and silent. At 627, we're selling. Sold. Congratulations and well done. At $627,000. It's all yours. $18 Connecticut Avenue in Hillside, to listen to the selling agent. Let's have a look at the video.
Hi everyone, my name is Lynn. I'm a playwright for the Table Place. I'm here at number 18 Native Avenue in Hillside. Come with me and let's take a look. Truly appreciate how much space this home has to offer. You don't have to come to take a look at yourself. Please join me at the next open for inspection. Again, signing off, my name's Wendy Harris. Thanks.
18 Kinetic Avenue in Hillside, to list to the selling agent, 10% deposit, 60 to 90 day settlement, a whopping 812 square metres underpinning your prospective purchase. You've got the position, of course, of the space out the back for a shed if you like, a granny flat. Of course, buyers, you use your imagination, do what you see fit. It's over to you. Who would like to get this auction underway with an opening bid, an opening offer at absolutely any number that you like. Happy to kick it off at any level. You name a price and you'll be in front, and the auction will be underway at any figure. Here's your opportunity to jump in front. We don't mind where you start. Any number at all. We know we've got bidders here, so let's jump into it. Happy to kick it off at any level. Next to Lucas, can we tempt you in? Any number. We need to know now.
500.
Sorry?
500.
Not a problem. 500,000. Find the bid will now take 20s. At 520 we search for. 40 even better. How about 540? Take the 20 if you like though. At 540, welcome. At 542, if you're fighting for it now. At 540,000, things are getting real. At 40 the bid, let's jump in at 20 and 60. At 40 the offer at 60, 60, 80, at 80, 80. Yep, 600, or 10s at 90. At 590 you prefer. At 590, yep. At 90 quickly. At 90 need to know, more even better. At 580 the offer. Quickly now once. At 580 you're going to miss out. We're taking 10s, I was taking 20s. I already halved it for you twice. We won't take 5 just yet. Second, third, and final time, 90. At 90 it is at half. At 600 grand, can we tempt you back now? At 600,000, welcome back. At 6 to bid now, we'll take 5s at 605. At 605, what do we say? At 6 to bid. At 6 to bid. At 600,000 and 05. At 6 and 05. At 6 and 05. At 6 and 05 once. Twice 05. At 10, 10, 10 and I welcome you back. At 15, what do we say? 610 on the left hand side. At 610 the bid at 15. At 15, at 15. At 10 the offer. At 15 we'll take 2. At 612. At 612 we're on the market and we're selling. The property's yours at 610 if no one else jumps in. We'll take a 1 now that we're on the market at 611. At 611. 1, welcome. 3 if you're fighting for it now. At 611. At 611. When someone's bidding, I love responding to that whistle. At 611 now on top. At 611 the offer. At 611 it is. At 11 now. At 11. At 11. At 11. At 11 and 12. 12. 13. 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 22, 22. Oh, the limit. 25, bang, take a look at that. 30, 30, 30, 26, 30. We're at 26 now. At 626, 31, 35, 31. At 630, I'm going to sell once, twice, third time, 630. Out. Finished. 1. 31. 35. 32. 32. 33. 632. 33. Yep. 32, 33. 633. 34. 34, 35, 35, 36, 37, 36, 37, yeah, 37, yep, 38, yep, 637, 38, 40, 640, stepping up to the plate, let them have it, 500 and 100, you sure? 640, it's knocked you out, are you sure? I think it's yours, 640, any other further bidding? We've seen your best, at 40, yep, and 1, yes, we're at 640 here, at 640, someone looking at this, 640, at 640, bear with me, I'm going to do this. Now, because I did it on the other options, vendors have got an expectation that I do this with every other one. At 640,000, please bear with me. Just doing my job. At 640,000. At 640,000. At 640. At 640. At 640. 1, 500 and 100. At 640. Give it another go. You saw what happened tonight. Prices are kicking well and truly and they're rising. You run the risk of bidding higher than this on properties you don't even like as much. Let's not muck around. At 640 and 100, here is your chance to shine. Save yourself money in the future. The time, the pain and agony of searching for more real estate. Let's do it. 40, 40 and 100, 640 and 100. Sir, once, twice, third time. Are you sure you're done? 100, 640 and 100, at 640 and 100, 500, 640 and 500, at 640 and 500, at 640 and 500. Any interest out the back? At 640 and 500. Another 100? Yes? 640 and 500. Who's the weakest link? He said, you know, another bid comes along at 640 and 500. Man, it's you. I've got this. At 640 and 600. At 640 and 600. I know that you hate me right now. A little bit cheeky. If I was selling your house, you'd love me. At 640 you would. At 640 and 500. You're in front. At 40 and 500. At 640 and 500. At 500. At 640 and 500. The property's yours at the moment. At 640 and 500. At 40 and 500. Is that filming? I want to talk to the camera. At 640 and 500. At 640,000 and 500. It appears as though you've defeated your competition. The green cap and the lady sitting next to him. I think the property's yours. At 640 and 500. You've seen 3 bidders fighting for it. It's gone for about 10 to 15 minutes. Congratulations if you do end up buying it. Well done. At 640 and 500. But I've got to keep going. At 640 and 500 and 600. He doesn't want any more. At 640 and 500. There we go. We got the clip. Once, twice. Are you sure? Third and final call at 640 and 500. I'll give you ample time to jump in, yeah? You're going to knock it down. It's yours. We're selling. Selling. Well done. Congratulations. $640,000 and 500. It's all yours. Lucky last. 2 at 77 MacArthur Street in St Albans. Lucas is selling agents. Let's have a look at the videos.
277 MacArthur Street, St Albans. Offering privacy and security needs, Martha property is located in the heart of St Albans. It provides an opportunity for the downsized investor or first-time buyer to enter the marketplace. This lovely home offers you 3 generous sized bedrooms and built-in robes, 2 separate bathrooms, and a walk-up single garage. Other features include gas appliances, ducted heating, split system air conditioning. Within walking distance to primary and high schools, St Albans Station, Alfreda Street Shops, and Keilor Down Shopping Centre, and easy access to Corner Freeway and Western Ring Road. You're a lucky one to enjoy this maintenance-free home in a magnificent central location.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I really appreciate that throughout those options, all of the underbidders, that absolutely nobody has left the room. Slight exaggeration. We're calling for opening bid. 2 at 77 MacArthur Street in St Albans. Buyers 10% deposit. That's it. Settlement 30 through to 60 days time. here is your chance to open up the bidding. Happy to kick it off at absolutely any number that you like. Can I come over there and say hello to the family? I'd love to. Happy to kick it off at any number. I see children. How old are they? 3. Bidding on their behalf. Hello, how are you? Wade? Hello. What's your name? What's your name? Sarah. Nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. We've got the phone bidders on FaceTime. Sorry, Lucas. Calling for a bid to start. 2 and 77 MacArthur Street in St Albans. Who would like to bid to get us underway? Buyers, let's kick it off. Absolutely any number. We don't mind where you start. Any figure, here's your opportunity to dictate the commencement of the auction. Absolutely any figure. Here, name a number. Sorry? Can we go straight to 320? How about it? Yeah? Okay, 280. At 280. At 280,000. Calling for rises of 20. At 280, sir, at 20 at 300. Can we tempt you in? We're at 280 at the moment. Calling for 300 grand. At 280 the offer on the right hand side. I'm going to call it 3 times as we call for an increase. At 280 it is. At 300, sir, once. At 280 twice. At 280 for the third and final call. Are we all done? All finished and all silent at, sorry, dealing 20, sir, we can't take less yet. At 280, sir. At 280 to a vendor bid of 320. At 320, vendor bid. At 320 to jump in, we're dealing in 20s at 40. At 340 to jump back in front. Bids with me with the vendor bid at 340. At 320. At 320 it is. At 320 now. At 40, sir. At 40 I call for it. We're dealing at 320. Dealing at 40, Laurie. At 320 it is with a vendor bid. At 320 at 40, man. Once. At 320,000 as we call for a rise. Twice. At 320 now as we call for done, finished and silent. We just turned out a 5. I'm going to take a 1. At 320, 20 is with me now. At 20 it is. At 20. We'll extend there for a 10, sir, at 30. At 30 if you like, at 20 the bid. We'll take it at 25. At 25 you're in front, sir. At 25 I couldn't take the bid earlier, it was too low. At 3 1/4. At 325 gentlemen's on top. At 325 at 30. At 325 at 30. At 325 at 30. 30, 30, once, 300 and, we won't take less than 5, it's just too low. At 325, at 325, 30, at 325 and 30, 30, 30, we're at 30, sir, 35, at 330 is at 35. You're leaving 5, so I won't take the 2, so I'll just place the vendor a bit above it. At 330, I'm not being difficult, just respecting the price, the property's worth we're looking to achieve. Of course, you're entitled to do whatever you like back there. I totally respect that, but it won't buy it for you, sir. At 35, yes. Once, bid is here. Done, finished and silent. At 330, twice, 35, third, and final call, 350, vendor bid against the 2 of you. At 350 now the bid is with me once again. At 350, vendor bid. At 50 and 55, at 55 I call for. Dealing with 5s man only. At 355, for keeping smaller increments, what's going to happen? We'll just pass it with a vendor bid, privately negotiate with both of you, plus the subject to finance buyers, and you will have more blatant competition. You won't know what everyone's offering, and the highest offer will purchase, assuming it meets the owner's expectations. You couldn't get any more open and transparent than this. Dealing in 5, sir. At 55. 55 once. At 355 twice. Third and final call. 55. At 355 and 60, sir. At 60 we need to see. 2 won't work. At 355. At 55, sir. Dealing in a rise of 60. At 60 I call for at 55 the offer. At 355 it is. At 355. At 355 as we call for a rise. At 55 it is. At 355. Sir? 55 it is. Needs to be more than that, sir. At 60.
357.
Sir? 60. Appreciate the offer. I'm going to have to turn it down politely. At 355, you've got every right to submit it though. At 55, if I'm selling your property, I'll do the same thing, you'd understand why. At 55, if you're entitled to do that, I'll be doing the same thing as you. At 355, 60, sir. Once, 55, twice, third, final call, another vendor bid at 365. At 365, it is we call for a rise of 70, man. At 70, what do we say? 65, the offer. At 70 to jump in front. At 70, at 70, at 70, Helen, we need to know, 365, I'm going to pass the property in, done, finished and silent once.
362.
Done, finished and silent twice. That's $3 grand behind the vendor bid. Second time, sir.
367.
367, third and final call. We'll take it down at 67. At 367, sir. At 67 in front. At 67, we'll take the 2 at 69. At 67, 9. 9. Take the 2s. $2 grand. Gentleman's bid at 367. At 69. At 367 at 69. 69. 367 and 69. At 69, ma'am. Yes? 2s, ma'am. 69. 69. 71, sir. At 71. At 69.
75.
75. Even better. I like it. I go higher, you go lower, I go lower, you go higher. I love it. At 3 3/4. At 75. At 75. At 3 3/4. At 3 3/4. At 375. 77. We won't take less than 2. 375, gentlemen's bid. 77. Yes? 77, sir.
79.
79 and back against you. At 379. We'll take the 2s at 81. Sorry? Take the 2s at 381. 379 the bid. At 81. 81. 81. 83, sir. 85.
83.
83. At 383 and back against you. At 383 the offer. At 383 and 85. At 85. 383 the bid is here. On the left hand side. At 383. Gilligan 2000s. At 383 and 85. Once, done. Out, finished. Silent, twice. Gilligan at 5. 85 and 87, sir. 87 back against you. Good bid, sir. Once again, in front immediately. At 387, Lucas, I need your instructions. At 387, gentlemen's on top. Good bid. At 387, 89. At 89, 2s is the minimum. At 387, 89. At 387, 89. 89, 91, 91, 91, and I welcome you back. At 391 at 93. 93, 95. 95 at 97. We're at 395, Lucas. We're at 395. 97, once. 95, second time. At 397 to jump in. 97, 99, sir. We're at 397.
99.
99, 401. 401. At 399 and 401. Lucas, I need to know. We're on the market and we're selling. The property's yours, sir, if we do not see a better offer. At $399,000, we're going to knock it down if we do not see a better bid. At 399 and 401. 401. We'll now take ones if you want.
405.
405, even better. Quadrupling it. At 405, gentleman's not here to muck around. Stepping up and flexing his option muscles. At 405. At 405. At 405. At 405. At 405. 500 on a problem. Extended courtesy, sir. Same. 406. At 406. 410. 7. 8. 8. 9. 10. 12.
408.
We're at 10.
Sorry.
Not a problem.
411.
411. Good bid, sir. At 411. 11 and 500.
412.
12. 13.
415.
15. 415. 420. 25. Done? You are out, aren't you? Matter of fact. Thanks for bidding, though. You did a great job, sir. I appreciate your strategy, and I think you did the right thing on behalf of your representative. At $420,000, great bidding strategy. At $420,000, definitely done. And 100, sir?
Absolutely.
Absolutely out. Yep. Done.
Done.
$1. 20 and $1.
Zero
You know,
zilch.
zero zilch. Done. Surpassed capacity, I'll knock it down. Thanks for bidding. At 420,000, the property's yours. We're going to sell it 420 once, twice, third time. Selling, selling, sold. Enjoy your night. Thank you.